Is patriotism problematic? The Economist suggests that America's, quote, love affair with uniformed men is saying soldiers in combat are romanticized, and that could lead to bad decisions when it comes to federal funding. Here to react is Fox News contributor Rachel Campos-Duffy. Good morning to you, Rachel.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. When you read this article in The Economist, what was your reaction?
Not surprised. Look, the military is one of the last institutions in American culture that still has the universal trust of the American people. I mean, we send everything from the government to the church to even the Boy Scouts. I mean, Americans are losing faith in so many institutions. And it doesn't surprise me that they're doing this. This is, I think, really the first volley in trying to take down. They're calling it the American, like we have some sort of complex, worship complex of our military. It's not true. What we do is we appreciate our military because we understand that our freedom and our way of life depends on people volunteering to put their lives on the line to protect us. And I think our gratitude as a nation is important for recruitment and for retention.
Well, the article starts out criticizing, or it was just very negative about all of our kids, school children, sending over letters to our soldiers that are fighting overseas and how they really, they appreciate it, but they really don't understand what we're going through. Then it gets into General Kelly, Chief of Staff for the President, and his speech, which I thought was wonderful 2 weeks ago or a week and a half ago. And then it talks about this line, really, I had to read this twice. Members of the armed forces are often patriotic, but many see their service primarily as a way to make a living. What do you think about that?
Unbelievable. I'm the daughter of a military veteran, the sister of 2 Marine Corps officers. I can tell you nobody gets rich joining the military. You just don't do that. My father was away for an entire year when I was a grade schooler serving in another country. So look, this again is an effort by the left who I think has tried on many different areas to break down, I think, this last standing institution. And by the way, I just want to mention one of the things that the military, it brings us so much pride. In those football games when the plane flies over the field, it's a great recruitment tool. It all makes us feel warm and fuzzy. That's the sound of freedom. Under the Obama administration, they made it harder to do those kinds of flyovers on football games. So listen, this is part of a concerted effort. This article, I think, is one of the first volleys. This is what's coming.
This article says America's uncritical soldier worship, as if that's a bad thing for us to worship and think that our military are heroes, the very people that are protecting us so that we can go to the cafe and eat lunch without having to worry about a suicide bomber.
Absolutely. Look, I would say to you that the military is the #1 purpose of our government. So they suggest in this article that our soldier worship complex is what gives the Pentagon an advantage. No, what gives the Pentagon an advantage is that this is the main purpose of government. And by the way, under liberal presidents, the funding has been reduced, and under Republican presidents, it's been increased. So this is just a philosophical debate about our values, about our priorities. And I would suggest to you I'd rather see my money go to fund our veterans and our military that keeps us free than so many of the wasteful bureaucracies in our federal government.
Russia collusion, than all the money we're spending on Russia collusion. I agree with you. I'd rather see all my tax dollars go to our troops. They're amazing men and women. Thanks so much, Rachel.
Absolutely.